Hello and thank you for listening in. Today we're going to be walking through a brief demonstration of the Slack integration product. This integration between Slack and Verint enables a two-way communication between both platforms. Installation and configuration is required on both the customer's Slack workspace and Verint community to use the product. This product does provide a safe and secure connection between Verint and Slack. You have the ability to host two-way communications between Slack and Verint, as well as share forums, blogs, wikis, and ideas right from Verint to any Slack channel, and it is a clean display for any page. Now let's take a look at the widgets that come with the product. The first widget is the Slack authorization widget. You could see it displaying up here in the top corner of my page. There is no configuration on the front end for it. Instead, most of the configuration is done in the back end. One of the other widgets that makes up this product is the Slack for Verint Slack channel widget. This widget allows you to search for a channel in your connected Slack instance, select it, click to save, and if I go to publish my page, you'll see that it will display the whole channel feed right within Verint. I can click to reply right from within this box. This reply would get synced over to Slack and vice versa. This is just another view as well as a clean way to display messages and the connection from Slack to your users. This widget allows users to authorize in Slack from Verint so they can easily connect and use their associated channels and Slack workspaces. Please note that a user must authorize for Slack before they go ahead and try to post any questions or share to Slack. One of the first features that you can take advantage of with the Slack integration product is the Share to Slack widget. If I go to edit the page, and you can see that that widget's displaying here, you can see that this widget also is not configurable on the front end. However, a user can decide when they click to share in Slack what connected channel from the workspace do they want to share this post to. If I go ahead and click share, you'll see that I get a message that says it's successfully shared in Slack. You can then see that if I navigate to Slack within my random channel, in this case, my post or the question was shared here. Once there's a new thread or a thread in an associated forum that's connected to a Slack instance, I can go ahead and respond to this question. Maybe I want to help the user learn how to move a question. So I would say to move a question, you click on more and then move. I can go ahead and click to reply. You can see that my reply has been posted on Verint, and when I navigate back to the connected Slack channel, you can see that that reply is now posted as a thread of the original conversation. Both the times it is linking back to the community, so I can jump back and view it in Verint as well. Maybe instead of trying to help someone answer a question, I have my own question that I want to ask to a connected Slack channel. I could go ahead and I can ask a question as such. When I actually go ahead and click post, as my support area or group and the support forum application is connected to an associated Slack channel, you can see that when I post a new forum thread in Verint, it is mirrored over to Slack. Now from here, I can always click to reply in Slack. For this case and demo's purposes, I will just say this is my reply from Slack. And if I go back over to Verint where I originally had my question, you could see that my reply from Slack has been mirrored. Maybe there's a question in the Slack channel and I want to do a quick reply or answer in the community. I could click on the three dots next to the post and click to answer in community. You could see that once I click to answer in community, I can enter my comment here. I'm going to say this is my answer and go ahead and click submit. You can see that if I move over to Verint, that my associated answer is showing up. You see it twice because one is counted as the typical reply that's synced from Slack. The other is because I specifically chose to use the answer functionality. You might have a test message in Slack or any type of message in Slack that you want to create as its own forum thread in Verint. To do so, in this case, I'm going to use test from Slack as my example. I would hover over it, click the three dots, and click to create in community. Once it comes up, I could search for a group where I want to create it. In this case, I'm going to do getting started. I can then select an application, and I can write my subject. I can also include a comment and tags if desired. If I wanted to, I could also set to allow to post on behalf of the original author. As a Slack admin, I may be taking this from a different poster in Slack and sharing it to Verint. I'll then click submit once all my fields are filled out. You can see that if I go back to the forum where I chose for it to go, it's created as a new forum thread with my comment and my message. With the Slack configuration, once you work with Social Edge to get the other pieces of the configuration set up, you can add as many different syncs as desired. You can see here that I have 2 different Slack channels pointing to one forum application. That is also possible. I could click to add a new sync, search for a specific group. In this case, maybe it's partners or Partstown. I can then search for a specific application within that group to connect to. It would have to be a forum application. And then I could search for an associated Slack channel. This Slack channel is based on what workspace you connect to this community. You can control what syncs are allowed for this product or this specific sync. You might want Verint to sync to Slack and not Slack to sync to Verint, or vice versa, or in this case, how we've been using it is a dual sync. Once you're done making any changes, you can go ahead and click save. You can always go back and edit an existing sync by clicking on the pencil button or icon. You can always clear out the group, forum application, or channel and update it as needed. Again, you can have as many Slack integration syncs as desired. There are multiple advantages to this product, again, such as the bidirectional sync and the clean display for users. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out.